PP Chiwenga takes on entrepreneurs.
We must shun unscrupulous so-called business people operating from briefcases with no traceable capital or legitimate enterprise. This culture of fandom entrepreneurship, where money appears without any known source, is not only economically corrosive, but ethically bankrupt. Real business are built through hard work, discipline, sacrifice, and value creation. The day of reckoning is inevitable for those who undermine our economic integrity by engaging in shadowy dealings. It's coming. Let us not mortgage our nation's future for fleeting gain. Equally, imperative to this shared national and developmental vision is our collective stance on integrity and accountability.
Now, this speech directly addresses the issue of entrepreneurs, individuals who exploit government tenders for profit without running legitimate, traceable businesses. In Zimbabwe, entrepreneurship has been a persistent issue, often linked to corruption and cronyism. These individuals secure lucrative government contracts, typically in sectors like construction, supply chains, or infrastructure, without contributing to sustainable economic growth. Now, in this speech, Vice President Chiwenga is as clear as can be. He says, we must shun unscrupulous business people operating from briefcases with no traceable capital or legitimate enterprise. Now, capital refers to the financial resources or assets such as money, investments, or property used to start, operate, or grow a business or enterprise. It represents the tangible wealth that underpins legitimate economic activity as opposed to untraceable capital. Capital also, there is financial capital, money or liquid assets used for business operations, physical capital, tangible assets like machinery, buildings, or equipment used in production, human capital, skills, knowledge, expertise, and employment creation, social capital, networks and relationships that facilitate business or economic transactions. Transaction. Then we have commerce, the exchange of goods and services, and we grow an economy. Enterprise. An enterprise is a purposeful endeavor, typically a business organization that involves the coordination of resources, capital, labor, and technology to produce goods or services for profit and social benefit. Now, the reason why a government issues tenders is not that so that it can get goods and services, but the sole purpose is to facilitate public service delivery and national development, not infrastructure development, national development. Nation meaning the people. Tenders are critical for infrastructure development in healthcare, education projects. They help in rebuilding an economy and they channel public funds into projects that drive national development, stimulate economic activities, generate revenue, create jobs, thereby stimulating economic growth. There is need now for in growth. Zimbabwe, when these guys are issuing their tenders, the only thing they look at is if you are registered taxpayer with Zimra. I don't know what they call that taxi. In fact, those funds should not be taxed. Tax is for external business people who come to do business in our own country so that we can subsidize for our own people, giving them a competitive advantage. But the Zimbabwe government will be singing Zimra, 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 and they don't look at things like economic growth. When the government issued a tender for a road construction, those funds, did they lead to any economic growth, or it was just depreciation in the form of expensive cheap cars?
Let us walk forward from this Congress with renewed determination, strategic focus, and a collective resolve to transform Zimbabwe's economic landscape. Our success lies in unlocking policy-driven growth, fostering inclusive partnerships, and embedding a culture of professionalism, transparency, productivity, and excellence. With these remarks, I hereby declare 2025 Zimbabwe National Chamber of Commerce Annual Congress officially open. The day of reckoning is inevitable for those who undermine our economic integrity by engaging in shadowy dealings. It's coming. Let us not mortgage our nation's future for fleeting gain. Equally, imperative to this shared national and developmental vision is our collective stance on integrity and accountability. As we deepen public-private partnerships and catalyze economic growth, we must decisively shun corruption in all its ugly forms. There can be no room for rent-seeking behaviors and muddy practices in a modern competitive economy. I therefore call upon all stakeholders to uphold ethical business transactions, transparency, and corporate governance as foundational principles of our commercial engagements. These values are not optional. They are essential to investor confidence, institutional trust, and long-term prosperity. As business leaders and policymakers, your roles are both influential and instrumental. I urge you to leverage this Congress as a platform to forge new alliances, unlock synergies, partner investors that respect our national interests, and seed innovative ventures that can scale up productivity frontier. Let us walk forward from this Congress with renewed determination, strategic focus, and a collective resolve to transform Zimbabwe's economic landscape. Our success lies in unlocking policy-driven growth, fostering inclusive partnerships, and embedding a culture of professionalism, transparency, productivity, and excellence. With these remarks, I hereby declare 2025 Zimbabwe National Chamber of Commerce Annual Congress officially open.
Productivity and excellence. We don't grow our GDP without productivity. Gross domestic product per capita, not decapitation. Produce per head, per person. Who does the production? If government tenders are not leading to any economic growth, rather than just infrastructure, no national development, the government should at least not hinder the nation in private endeavors, in private capital. Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. That applied to taxation. Now in Zimbabwe, Zimra wants it all.